Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, and not pictured on your screen, is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with Fire the Cannons, Columbus Blue Jackets 2000-2001 season continued, Survival of the Fittest. Jeff, we are hanging on to our job. I think that's about the best way to say this. We are
I mean,
desperately.
we're doing better than anticipated. I think we're gonna. I'd be surprised if we got fired. There are teams that are doing a lot worse than us. I mean, look what Calgary is
Oh, this
got
is
going
true.
on at the
Yeah.
moment. They just fired their coach in a game, and
Yeah. We're actually sitting 12th. We've built up a lot of draft picks, traded for younger guys. Sure, our fan happiness is okay.
12th in the conference, not the league.
Yeah, 12 in the conference, yes.
Yeah.
Our GM, or sorry, our owner is actually sitting okay with us for what we want. If you missed our last couple episodes, you should go back and watch them. They're on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments. And you'll see that we made a lot of trades, getting a lot younger, picking up guys who, because we're been watching the NHL
Younger
for
with one notable exception.
many years. Well, yes. So we picked up guys like Zdeno Chara. We got Sami Salo in trade. We brought in Andrei Markov. Pavel Datsuk came in. Eric Cole we got, I believe. Yeah. And yeah, so we got a lot of guys.
So it'll be a good team in 2 to 3 years.
Yes.
It's just a matter of getting there without getting fired.
Yeah. So we also brought in Mark Messier because we needed a little bit of veteran leadership because we traded off basically all our veterans. We've had to call guys
give
up.
Aaron Ward to get him, but we're pretty deep on defense, so that shouldn't make a huge difference.
No. We got a lot of younger guys. If things turn out, we should be kind of fine here.
I should mention from going that if anybody hasn't seen yet, the new update is officially out now. Finished with the open beta, so if you haven't picked that up yet, you may want to do that. Added a few things, particularly there's a lot more. We've improved the in-game display for mainly shooting, and then added a bunch of new stuff to the CSV exports. So if you haven't looked the forum recently, you may want to have a look at the thread about Toby and HR's the mod he's made for analyzing those CSV files, which will give you a lot of extra information. I think he's probably still working on incorporating the new stuff into it right now, but it's already pretty impressive.
All right, we are tanking for our draft pick now. Apparently, we're just losing games. We don't have a lot of games left in this season. I thought about simming all the way through. I decided against it. We are not a very good team. Let's just kind of leave it at. We're a very young team.
Messi's actually been scoring since you brought him in.
Yeah,
but I mean that's just he's getting a lot more opportunities than he was in.
Here we go. Zdeno Chara fought Jeremy Roenick.
Okay, that
Columbus versus Nashville. Yeah,
not
that's
particularly smart on Roenick's part.
no, that's a very interesting.
And we're actually ahead of Nashville. I mean, Nashville's been in the league a few years.
Ty Domi fought Scott Walker. All right. Cardinals fan 30,000 says I may have gone crazy and expanded to 52 teams. Yes.
Okay, it probably diluted the talent just a little.
Pavel Datsuk's getting closer, ready to return. We're going to make sure he's healthy before he actually comes back in. And just continuing. Oh, we lose to Vancouver 2-1. Yeah, okay. The full tank is on. Let's make sure we get a highest draft pick as possible. Now, Jeff, I forget. Was there 82 games at this time, or 84 games at this point, or 82?
2000 would have been 82 already. It was 84 was the mid 90s when they were doing the thing with the neutral site games.
All right. And we continue to lose. Man. Just can't get enough scoring right now. We're going to have to hopefully have a couple good 2-1 loss again. Just consistently losing.
Yeah, I mean the goaltending has been great, but you look at Theodore's numbers for the year.
I will look at once we
He's
get there. Yeah, he's held.
almost under. Yeah,
He's taken a shellacking. Oh, there we go. 4-1 win over Calgary. All right.
and Messier was first star,
Goal and assist.
and former Flame Robert Reichel is the second.
Perfect. Cardinals fan says, like the only major city that doesn't have a team is San Francisco, and that's because San Fran has San Jose. All right. Da, da, da.
Um,
4-1 win over the Kings. Okay, so there we go, getting a few wins. All right, Datsuk is ready to come back, so we're going to take Horkoff out and replace him with Datsuk. So Horkoff's only 1 star. That puts Datsuk on our 4th line. And Pavel Datsuk just got injured as soon as we put him back in the lineup.
again, is back again. I hope not. That's actually his 3rd injury of the season since we got him.
Medium
We got him in
facial
January.
cut.
He's been injured 3 times already.
He hurt himself shaving.
Well, it's been a different thing each time. He's back sore groin for 8 days in February, back spasms for 8 days in March. Now we're almost into April, and he cuts himself.
All right, Zdeno Cho is up to 2.5 stars. That's nice. Our development reports are great because everybody's going up. Justin Williams up to 2 stars. Da, da, da. Oh, there we go. There's all our negatives. Ty Domi, Ted Drury, Mark Messier, Kirk Muller, Podine, Robert Reichel, Ryan Christie, Dixon Ward.
Basically, the guys, well, most of the guys, at least you weren't able to dump at the trade deadline.
No, but we didn't try to dump Muller, and we signed Mark Messier for a couple of years.
Yeah. Well, Muller's a captain.
Yeah, exactly. Question: does Atlanta still move to Winnipeg after 2011 in this save? Yes, because we haven't changed. Words here, Jeff. What am I looking for? We haven't changed
Manager options, and you haven't got team stop or teams. Wait, which one is it? Update team names.
Yeah. Another win over the Blues. Wow, 2 back-to-back shorthanded goals, 20 seconds apart. Nice. Muller and Andy McDonald.
Yeah.
There you go. Theodore moved into with a 201 goals against average.
And one thing, if you want to flip to that team stats tab, that's one of the new things we added in the update. If you haven't gone off the page yet.
Where do I need to go for that?
Box score.
Oh, oops. I'll do it after this one. Wait. Oh. McDonald got suspended. Rafalski's hurt. Oh, no. Bruised foot, so that means Markov's coming in.
Finally.
Datsuk is all right, so Horkoff's coming in for McDonald. All right. Da, da, da. Goes Blues. How dare you. 2-2 tie. Horkoff picks up an assist. All right, so I'm looking at team stats here. All right. Okay.
Wait for it to come up here. A little bit of like, and you can see the different, what we've added there. You can see possession by zone now, and then period by period breakdown of most of the things like hits and giveaways and takeaways, as well as shot quality. The shot quality zones are 4 is the maximum. There's actually only three zones that shots can come from: 1, 2, and 3. 3 is basically right in front of the net. 2 is a little farther out. I think it's top of the circles. Yeah, top of the circles and the outside hash marks. No, maybe a little narrower than that. and then one is everywhere else. And then if a shot is blocked, you subtract one from the quality, or if it's the shot comes on a rebound or on a rush, it gets a +1. So that's the four chances are basically rebound shots and breakaways, stuff you'll expect to get a lot of goals out of. So we're going to do it. We're not quite done with that yet, but we've gotten this far with it so far.
Just checking out the post game analysis as well.
Yep. Yeah, we don't really look at that often enough.
Ooh, Pavel Datsyuk, 9 of 11 face-off loss.
Looks like he was in against Ferraro a lot.
Our fourth liner. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
And Zdeno Chara just got injured. Puffed abdominal muscle.
Old abdominal muscle.
Was it pulled? Okay, it looked like it said something else.
That new monitor is apparently a little fuzzy.
It's on the other one right now.
Okay.
Oh, pulled. Okay.
Willie Mitchell gets some time.
Oh, so we'll just throw him right in.
Yeah, Cardinal fan. The Blues are the defending champions in this one. They had quite a few upsets last year, didn't they? To get to the
Well, they were a
cup.
really good team.
Yeah, we simmed that season just to get up to the expansion draft.
Yep. And
Yeah, they were actually first overall that year in real life. What went wrong in the playoffs for them that year?
Cardinal, that is an option. 1-1 tie with the Blues.
All right, they got upset by the Sharks in the opening round.
And continuing. Yeah, that was something we added for FHM 9, is the ability to delay injury treatments.
Yeah. You'll get the option when an injury comes up if it qualifies. You can't do it for everything. Like if it's a extremely bad injury, you won't get the option. Or, well, the trivial ones are generally don't put the guy out at all. But you'll get it whenever there's a qualifying injury that happens. If you do it, you don't want to do it early in the season because it'll really hurt the guy's performance and drive up the chance for a second injury. But if you're in the middle of the playoffs and somebody gets a moderately bad injury, you can keep them in the lineup that way.
Got another injury, so Rafalski's going to go to the injured list. Oh, that reminds me. That's something else we need to do here.
What's
that? Robodaz's coming up. I think we got to look at upcoming free agents. Roboda. Let's check that right now. Upcoming free agents. Yeah, Theodore's a free agent. We kind of want to renew him.
ORs, I thought you were talking about league-wide, yeah.
Yeah. Kipper's a free agent. We want to renew him. Tim Thomas we will also renew. Rafalski we want to renew. Veznovsky we want to renew. I don't know that we need to worry about Domi, Podine, or Dixon Ward. Podine's already dropping.
Well, Domi for sure. And Podine, fourth line checker maybe next season. He's still at 2 stars.
Well, we got a lot of other guys we can bring, younger guys we're going to be able to bring in there. We have to make cuts.
Take a look right before the year turnover on July 1st, and you can see whether or not you got somebody ready to replace him yet or not.
5-3 loss to Chicago. All right, everybody signs their contracts. And we are officially done with the season. Finished 11th in the West.
Not bad for an expansion season.
All right, let's see here. Hart Trophy nominees, not us. Vesna, not us. Norris, not us. Calder. Nikolai Antropov is up for the Calder against Danny Heatley and Marty Turco. GM of the Year, not us. Selke, not us. Lady Bing, not us. Mark Messier, Leadership Award, not us. Even though we have Mark Messier. Ted Lindsay, not us. Jack Adams, not us. And there we go. All right, so we're just kind of going to sim through a bunch of this because we don't really have too much to do.
Yeah. See if the Blues can repeat as Cup champions.
Okay, what's Cole? Cole's 1 to 2 weeks, so we're just going to move him to the active roster too.
Yeah, his counter's up. And you haven't got a roster limit now, so it doesn't matter.
Yes, that's more the concern.
And it looks like the Blues are out.
We'll take a look here in a minute. Just looking, everybody's going up again. Good. Lots of good ups. Even for some of your young guys. And the older guys are going down. So we have New Jersey's up 3-0 on Toronto. Florida's down 2-1 on Buffalo. LA's up
knocked off the Blues.
Yeah, LA's up 2-1 on Edmonton, and Colorado's up 2-1 on Detroit.
Colorado-Detroit series.
All right, we're going to drop down our team morale because we're not playing games, so we don't really need to have team morale.
And this was the Avalanche won this in real life in 2001.
All right. Select Hall of Fame nominee. We are going to nominate Andy Bathgate. And New Jersey sweeps the Leafs. And, all right, New Jersey and Colorado, which was actually what happened that year, if I remember right.
Yep.
New development report again because now we're into June. And you'll notice we are simming very fast because we are playing historical mode. And so there is... Yeah, Podine keeps getting worse, so...
Yeah, okay, guys, you're probably right on not signing him.
Yeah. All right, so probably going to see...
1.5 stars by the start of the season, I bet.
Very likely.
And this one went 7 games. So, in real life, let's see what it does in this.
All right, Curry's going to the Hall of Fame. Mark Howe's going to the Hall of Fame. Joe Mullen. And Bathgate should be there. 4-1 win for New Jersey.
And Bathgate's actually a mistake. There was something was wrong with his data. He was in the Hall of Fame by this point.
I was going to say. And, yeah, you can see 2 sweeps for New Jersey in the quarters and semis. And then only 5 games to finish off Colorado. But they almost lost to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, so, that was the closest series they had. They got the Avalanche in 5 games instead of losing in 7.
All right, so we are on June 3rd, which means we're going to have some stuff come up. Okay, 23. Oh, off-ice incident involving Ty Domi. I missed that. Huh.
Anything in the check the Harmony screen? Team Harmony? Team menu?
Yep. Ty Domi has conflicts with Horkoff and Sedvicki.
Well, it won't be a problem because he's probably going to be gone soon.
He will be gone soon, unfortunately. All right. So we're going to have some job things to do here. Don Cherry, he's going to stay as a scout for us. Phil Esposito will stay as a scout for us. And
Cardinal fan question, Chad. If what I want to have the AI to fill all four lines, including defense, and would expanding the numbers dress to 22 achieve this? Yep, it will. That's exactly what it'll do. It'll use those 2 extra spots for defensemen.
all
There's an
right.
eternal setting that actually forces the teams to use 8 defensemen, but I don't think that's editable right now.
All right. Another Hall of Fame runoff. Fedorenko or Glenn Anderson?
Where are you getting Fedorenko out of Federico
I don't know. Just a fun way to say it. Just to bother you.
Anderson?
I still love that. That's yes. Paul Coffey retire? Probably. 40 years old. Although I think he did play a few more years. In real life, I think he played just a few more. Right? Do you think he made it to like
Much
2003?
longer.
Should probably look at this if I just click on his name, right?
No, this was last year. He was with Boston. He just
Oh
played
yeah,
18
okay, 18
games, and that
games.
was the end for him.
All right.
He's actually had a better year this year in the game they didn't realize, so he may stick around a little longer.
Free agency preview. Nobody jumping off the board there. That looks super exciting. Award ceremony. Does Antropov win the Calder? Probably not.
No, that'll be Heatley.
It is Heatley, yes. Jay Pandolfo wins for the Selkie, though. Gar Snow wins the Vezina? Really? In Vancouver?
Look at the numbers.
74
933
games.
save percentage and 13
13
shutouts.
Jeff, you got to turn down those stats for.
He's only 2.5 stars.
I know you got to the Vancouver
even
boosts, so you got to turn down those Vancouver boosts. All right, so we're gonna hit July 1st here very shortly. Actually, we'll hit our season end, I guess. And look at all those X's. But we get a season score of 1. More importantly, it looks like we didn't get fired.
Yep, I got past the. I mean, it might make sense to spend 1 point on self-preservation here, just
No, I
because it
didn't
may
do
be
that.
rough going. Okay.
I went for coaching prospects.
No, that's what's a young team that'll help too.
All right, so we have survived quiet hostility for Team Harmony. Awesome. All right. Cardinal fan says, Jaromir Jagr is 50 and still playing. He's playing because he owns the team, I think, more than playing because he wants to.
I mean, he wants to, certainly, but
I don't. You hear him talk sometimes, and I'm not really sure he does. But he knows he'll lose a bunch of money if he doesn't play because he owns the team, and he's pretty sure they'll fall back to the second division. The more interesting thing is what's his name from Montreal is still on that team too. Is playing for that team? I can't think. Center, I think. Got a Splash says, haha, the Art Hauser Center is flooding. It's bad with water, and a hockey puck hit the roof, hit a pipe, and now it's flooding water. It's bad, but the firefighters came in to try and fix it. Oh, that's fun. Placanic, I think, is playing for that team.
Okay, yeah.
Finally came to me. Jeff, did you even realize that there was an outdoor game
It's
this past weekend?
yeah. Where was it? Was it Carolina?
Yeah. I literally did
Yeah.
not know there was an outdoor game. They're like, oh, they've advertised it so well, and I'm like, there was an outdoor game.
I mean, it's not the same when you do it somewhere that's warm.
Ray Ferraro retires, so I don't know if Detroit's going to like that trade they made.
You're like, yeah, a lot of.
Uh,
Oh, there we go. We lost
oh,
Messier.
Messier retires. We just signed him to a big contract extension. Ugh,
Didn't matter apparently. Well, saved us a little money at least.
I guess. Ray Shepard, who we traded to Toronto for Antropov, also retires, so we won that trade huge.
Yep.
And owner confidence. Let's get to that. John McConnell thinks that the season was a success. We expect to be in rebuild mode next year, find some good young players in the offseason. The fans are very unhappy, and many view you as the problem. Things could be better, but we're not at the stage where we need to look at replacing you yet. Okay, well, I mean, we did our job. So, annual budget here. First off, we're going to keep our monthly budget down. Boy, he robbed us of a lot of points. Wow.
What did you take?
We lost 130 points.
Uh,
We're going to continue to raise the ticket prices because we're getting better. Do normal maintenance on the arena.
yeah, you just don't want it to go downhill, and you got a fair amount of
Normal
money to play with here.
Yeah, we'll keep our normal budget. Use. Should we raise development cost? Yeah, bonus. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, it's worth it for the amount of money we've got.
25, not 40 though. 40 would probably knock us down to. Should we do 40?
It's only 15 more points. Yeah,
Yeah, let's
sure.
do it. We got enough. All right. So July 1st, just checking free agent
And
signing
you're
here
not doing
real
any
quick.
marketing spending?
No, we don't need any marketing spending.
Okay.
Some notable goalies, but nobody else really jumping off.
Yeah, pretty weak free agent group.
Frederick Brindamore. All
Any
right.
like third line winger we could get to pick up to replace put on?
It's just not really looking.
No, not at all. Super weak free agent class.
Bednar. Yaroslav Bendar. I think we
No,
got
not
some
really worth it.
possibility of some guys coming anyway, so I'm not going to worry too much. We are also loaded with draft picks.
Yeah, see what we get in the draft.
So
And
we have coming up a first, a second, a second, a second, so 3 seconds, two
yeah,
thirds, a fourth, two
we did
fifths,
fix a bug here in the update that
a
was
seven, eight.
causing a problem with the Russian and Czech and well, all the Eastern European guys not being able to draft. I'm not sure if that's retroactive to the to older saves there. So we'll see if it fixes it. But we may see some weirdness with the Russians not being available to us.
All right, trade proposal of Ton Kubstopoulos for Robert Reichel. No, reject trade. All right. Draft lottery does not include us. Rangers are 5, Carolina's 4. Calgary falls from first to third. Nashville is number 2, which means the
Well, the
Islanders are number
Islanders are
1.
gonna. Was this the DiPietro year? No.
This is Kovalchuk first overall.
Oh, Chuck Spezza, that one.
Yep. So we're drafting 11th and then 41, 46, 56. There's a bunch of contract buyouts.
Yep, mostly just minor league guys getting dumped. You'll tend to see a lot of those at the start of first 3 years of a new historical game.
All right, so we're going to
The
jump
AI
into a
dumps
draft
the
page.
guys it doesn't want.
Okay, so 18-year-old Pecorine. All right, so let's go. First pick is Duncan Keith goes first overall. Second
Yeah, it
is
doesn't look.
Pominville. Yeah, it looks like the Russian thing is still on this one. Spezza goes third.
Quick on Plekanec. Is he playing in Canada?
Finland. Oh, OHL, yep.
Yeah. Okay. So it's yeah. So this still is affecting it. The AI will be the only ones that are able to take the Russians. So
No,
we're a little bit
we can
handicapped
take him.
there. Oh, you can. Yeah, you have to do them from a different screen. It's not showing up in the main
Yes.
draft screen.
So P.A. Paranto, then Miku Koivu goes sixth.
So you won't actually see this in a
Lee
new game,
Stemniak.
but it's happening in this one.
Yeah, Derek Roy, Dan Hamhuis, Dennis Weidman, which means we could take Niemi, Plekanec.
Kovalchuk is there?
Doesn't. Oh, yeah, there's Kovalchuk right there.
Oh, maybe it is fixed.
Well,
It's
we
just
we
showing
need
up
some
with
scoring, so let's pick him,
2.5
anyways.
stars early. I think your scouting is way off.
He's only scouted as a C, so
Yeah.
we will grab
No,
Ilya
that's
Kovalchuk at
he's
11th.
scout day, but it's his likelihood of turning out is C.
Plekanec goes next. Niemi, Ryan Clow. Dustin Penner goes to the Thrashers. Fedor Tutin to
Nobody wants Ray
Vancouver.
Emery.
Ray Emery goes to Florida.
There we go.
Stefan Weiss goes to Chicago. Brooks Lake goes to Pittsburgh. Keith Ballard goes to Detroit. Patrick Dwyer goes to Boston. Jay McClement goes to Philly. Richie Regier goes to Toronto. Jim Slater, Winnipeg Jet, goes to Ottawa. 24th pick. Curtis Glencross goes to Phoenix.
Potential ratings seem a little low across the board.
Ryan Whitney. Well, we're not scouting guys very hard.
Yeah.
Ryan Whitney goes to Buffalo. Dan Blackburn goes to Edmonton. Tim Gleason goes to Colorado. Chris Higgins, L.A. Thomas Mika goes to New Jersey. UC Jokinen finally goes to Calgary in the first pick of the second round. Drebbit, we're going to just pick to us. And so Carlo Kolovakula, Alex Hemsky, Kobe Armstrong went. So first name pops up is Thomas Rutu, which I think is Tomo Rutu is who I think we probably take.
Yeah, we need forwards.
So
we're pretty good set for D and goalie. So
yeah,
that should be really forwards heavy in this draft.
Rutu's gone. Safe suggestions say take Buddha.
Buddha, I don't really need him.
Risky suggestions say, we could still take Marcel Go. Let's take him.
Yeah, it's
all right.
Koltsov would be the only other one. We don't really need another defenseman.
All right, pick until human. Well, Koltsov is still there.
Yeah, might as well grab him then.
Who did he play for? I'm just trying to.
Columbus.
Nope.
Was a Columbus pick?
Well, Columbus pick, but he never played for them. All right, we'll grab him.
And oh no, sorry, he's Canucks. He was
round 3 pick.
Played in Manitoba for a couple of years, but then never made it.
All right.
Went back to Russia.
Did he now? Looking for names I recognize. Okay. We have Chris Thorburn, who's 1.5 stars, or we could take everybody's favorite, Kyle Wellwood.
Oh, come on, take Wellwood.
I think we got to.
Scoring depth.
Oh, do I have back-to-back picks here in the third? Okay, well then we'll take Chris Thorburn as the back-to-back pick. All right, so Wellwood and Thorburn. All right. It's dropping off pretty hard at this point when we're now in 4th round, 100 picks in. Shane O'Brien is available on defense. Oh, how about John Scott, Jeff?
Yeah, somebody replaced Domi.
6'8" John Scott is drafted by us. Pick until human. Again. Safe suggestions say Yessi Ninamaki and Andre Terukin. Okay,
Yeah,
Ninamaki is sitting as
there's not really anything left at this point.
well. We'll
I'm
take Ninamaki because
either
he's
or.
top of risky and top of
Yeah.
safe. So, um,
Yeah, not seeing a lot of names I recognize at this point.
well, you know what we do then? We look for by height and by weight. See if anybody interesting comes up. Not really. 262 pounds. Oh boy, he's a big boy. Evgeny Atukin. Barry Brust. He did play a few NHL games, did he not? Barry Brust for LA maybe?
A couple, yeah, I remember him playing WHL.
Should we take a goalie pick?
11 games with the Kings in 2007.
Oh, nailed it. I'm very
Last
impressed with
seen
myself.
with Sheffield of the English League.
All right, what's our safe suggestion say? Robert
Exactly
Christian is
scouted as Teratukin.
yeah. Let's take Robert Christian. Robert Christian got into the NHL, didn't he? No.
No.
Huh.
He Slovenian and played as pretty much well. Now I bounced around a little bit. The Croatian team that played in the Austrian league, and then Czech first division for a while.
All right, well,
Sweden for a little bit.
we're gonna grab him because he's the highest rated goalie. We see you left. Okay. All right. With that, let's go dump some draft picks. We have 2, 6, the 7th, 8th, and ninth, so 5 picks. Let's go trade them with Calgary, who sucked. Calgary, all we're asking for is your 4th rounder next year. Nope, that's too much, they say. All right, let's try your 5th rounder next year then. Okay, they'll do that. So we give up 2, 6, a 7th, 8th, and ninth pick for Calgary's 5th next year. Done?
There's not really anything in the draft at this point. You probably won't get much for that fifth rounder, but
Well, maybe we'll
better
be able
than
to
the
use it to
one
trade up
star
for
guys you
something
get
else.
here. Yeah.
So pick until human, and the draft is done. And we are neither the best draft nor the worst draft.
Who's the best? The Flames.
Well, that is a pretty good draft.
Jokinen, McElhenney, Jane Morrison. Got a ton of picks, but yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
sure.
Whitney
Pretty good. Dan
Henderson.
Hamus, Sal Shemsky.
Bruins picks, yeah, that looks pretty bad. Dwyer,
Oh, yeah.
Jones.
Blues
McKenna.
doesn't seem that bad. Clone Tutu. Oh, the Devils is bad.
Yeah. All right.
I don't think, did anybody? Oh, Oystrick, I think, maybe made the NHL for a few games. Did Laszlo get any? But there might be like 10 career NHL games in that group, if that.
All right. So Martin Brodeur is on the block from
I think the Devils have cap problems, or budget problems at least.
That is tempting. I guess they got Turco there, so.
Yeah, he's Berger's making $5 million a year. Turco's making 270,000. But no, I don't think they're going to move him.
We couldn't trade for him anyways. So let's look at free agent center again. more goalies show up. We're going to get Kovalchuk under contract,
Yeah.
even though he's probably not playing for us because he's only looking at half a star.
Well, see what happens when we get him.
All right, let's just look at our unsigned prospects. It does not look
Everybody's got
exactly
the
thrilling.
star, but
Let's
you might
sign
as well get a few of these guys contracted.
Tomorutu.
Probably
Well,
Jason Jaffrey too. You're gonna lose him soon.
I need a higher minor league salary. I can't sign him.
Raise the bottom end of his 2A.
I can do it just like this. Okay. Okay, there we go. I said meet demand. It didn't want to do
you
it.
You can just do the top one and then click on use for all and it'll fill them all.
Okay, so we offered some contracts there. Should we offer Kyle Wellwood a job? Might as well.
Maybe leave him another year.
Too late. I'm already doing it for. He's mad about being called a French prospect. So we'll just call him a blue chip prospect.
Just a prospect. Give him the blue chip one.
All right, there we go. All right, there's some guys' contract offers out. And all right, just sign your stuff. Wellwood signs, Kovalchuk signs.
And have a look at them on the roster, see if any of their ratings changed once you got them.
Kovalchuk wants 17 but can't have it, so we're giving him number 97. Kyle Wellwood wants 13, but Ted Drury already has it, so he's going to have number 15. He's a bit upset. Well, that's too bad. Kovalchuk is still... How many games is McDonald suspended for? 3 games left. Kovalchuk is still showing half star right now. But he's still rated as a C, so we'll see as we go.
What's the potential showing up as?
2.5 still. Jaffrey signs his contract.
That
Is Mario Lemieux about to be moved? Of course he wants 15. You know what? He can have it. Kyle Wellwood can be upset because he's going to get moved again. He can have 18. Take that, Kyle Wellwood. Go signs, Rutu signs. Rutu wants 15. Well, he can't have it. He can have 16, though. And he's happy with it. Guess a thing we should actually check here. Christoph Oliwa goes to Colorado for 2 no-name prospects.
Hellenius kind of washed up at this point.
And Minnesota is shopping Brett Hull.
Oh, don't wind up doing this last year there.
We'll check there here in a minute. I just need to check. 42 players under contract. Okay, so we still got lots of room.
It's got another 5 years or so in him at this point.
4. 3.
05, 06 was his last year?
Yeah, he played 4 games. He had 53 points in 78 games. If you remember, he came back after the lockout and played like 6 games and then realized he was way too slow for it. Still the saddest thing ever that Bobby Hull's numbers retired by Phoenix. Mario Lemieux attends a leadership seminar. Trade proposal. Vili Niemanen for Joe DePenta. Reject.
No, because I think we may need Niemanen his depth this year.
What are you trying to tell me now? Phone. All right. Development report. Kirk
Should
Muller
have
and
got
Ted
rid of.
Drury, you're going down.
You may want to check your scouting coverage, by the way, if you want to add a little bit more.
I did actually increase a bunch of it. So we're sitting at 15, 13, 16. Kind of pretty good across the United States. Canada, we're pretty good on as well. Western Europe, Eastern Europe.
Maybe one more in Canada.
Oh, you think we need someone on the West Coast?
No, the other way around. Green is lower
Oh,
than blue.
green's lower. Okay. So you want Canada and Minnesota as, or all right, higher scouts. We'll look for 2 more scouts then. Um, oops,
Chuck Grillo, maybe.
that's who I was looking at. Sign him. All right, Canada. That actually improved us to blue across Canada too, adding him.
Okay, you may not need to.
We will add Kelly Kisso on the East Coast. There we go. You want somebody in Western Europe too?
Can't hurt.
Biggest problem is
We got pretty good coverage in the major countries. What's Eastern Europe look like? The green ones are like Austria, Switzerland. Oh yeah, right. We'll get another Russian. Igor Kuperin. And maybe a Slovak.
I was wondering about Prague.
No, we're already blue in the Czech Republic.
No, it's just going to boost everything else. I don't think we'd probably need a Greece scout.
No.
Available scouts are not. All right. All right, there we go. Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
All right.
Curry, Gartner, Moog, and Bernie is in. All right. Trade proposal from the Islanders are offering us Bratislav Mezel for Neiman and
Jose.
Okay.
But yeah, we don't need a defenseman. Have you got Neiman? You must have Neiman on the trade block.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, you do.
I think I set him on the trade block last year. Okay. Oh, this maybe isn't a terrible trade. Even though, again, 20-year-old defenseman David Hale for Ted Drury.
You probably have to flip another defenseman to get it forward to fix that, though.
Yeah, I am going to actually just shop.
I mean, Drury's probably going to be the fourth line center. McDonald and
Well,
Horkoff
we're probably going to we might lose
year.
Drury here too. Jason Ward for Ted Drury.
Lose him how?
Well, the waiver draft. Nick Boynton. 32-year-old defenseman Stefan Quintel. Uh, 23-year-old center Dan Schneider for Ted Drury. That wouldn't be the worst trade.
No. And probably better for Snyder to get him out of Atlanta for obvious reasons.
All right, we'll get Snyder. We'll bring Snyder over to Columbus. Get rid of Ted Drury. Because, yeah, if you're not familiar with what the waiver draft is, again, we talk about this every once in a while. Jeff, what is the waiver draft?
Basically, at the start of the season, every team gets to protect a certain number of players. It works sort of like an expansion draft. Only all the teams in the league can draft. So everybody protects a list of players, and then everyone beyond that, other teams can draft off the unprotected guys. Just sort of redistributes the bottom end of the talent pool in the league. So teams can't really hoard players as much.
Now, you say bottom, but there was times in the NHL where a lot of very good players moved all over the place in the waiver draft.
Yeah.
Well, Terry Sawchuk moved all over the place. Okay,
That wasn't really
do we decide to go young, get rid of Robert Reichel, and get Paul Martin?
I think we need Reichel this year. You're kind of risk Martin's going to be a few years away, and
we
could have no scoring at all if you get rid of him.
We could shop Paul Martin for somebody else.
Yeah, but you're not going to get a guy that's going to score as much as Reichel.
I mean, we got Datsuk, McDonald, Horkoff.
They're all young though. They're like 1.5 stars. They're not going to do it this year. You're going to wind up getting fired
2 stars. Yeah, Robert Reichel. In one of my saves, he created a problem, which is why I'm a little bit worried about holding on to him.
Your top right winger is Dan Hideout. That should be a little scary.
That's why I wanted to trade and see if we could keep trading up. But we won't. Columbus top selling jerseys are Kirk Muller, Theodore Rafalski, Reichel, and Lubomir Wisnowski. It's September, so we're going to move up team morale a little bit here. Just to +3 right now.
Yep. Your scouting's a little weak too. You might want to spend a couple more points there.
We got to start making money first. Boston makes another trade offer. They offer us nothing. We're not doing that trade. Ottawa, Colorado announced player swap. Joe Juneau and Kelly Fairchild for Chris Dingman and Greg Malden.
Not even sure Juneau is still in the league by this point.
I think he was.
Checking. I lasted until 2003 and 4.
He ended off.
Didn't really do much the last 3 years. He went out of Montreal and just
didn't he
graduate.
Oh yeah, Montreal. Okay, I was thinking Washington, but was that before Ottawa?
It was Bruins, Capitals, Sabres very briefly, Ottawa, Phoenix, Montreal.
Okay. All right. Columbus still shopping Reichel. Our story comes up about that. Minnesota offers us Kurt Sauer. No. And continuing on here. Todd Bertuzzi's on the move with Dimitri Kalin to Buffalo for Brian Campbell and a second-round pick. It's a pretty nice trade for Vancouver.
In the long term, yeah. Wouldn't have been that popular at the time.
Oh, I guess we're out of game, so I guess we better dress some guys. Charzin, Mark. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who's coming out? Mitchell's coming out. Falski's going in. Sammy Salo's still not in. Robidas. I mean, somebody else.
Maybe think about shopping one of these guys and getting a better forward. You're really deep on D right now.
All right, we just shopped Sammy Salo. Igor Ulanov. Nope. 22-year-old Ty Jones. Ooh. Bring in Steve Moore. Stefan Lundqvist, Lynn Berry.
Not sure it's going to add enough right now. You'd like a 1.5 at least.
All right, maybe we should go actively try and make a trade ourselves. Marcel Hossa for Sammy Salo.
That's interesting.
I rejected it right now, but
He didn't really work out in real life, but still a decent prospect at the time.
all right. So let's look. Who's looking for defensemen? Atlanta's looking for everybody. Okay. What if we offer up Sammy Salo, and we try and save you know who from Atlanta?
All right, Eiserman wound up getting traded to Atlanta late last year.
I think it's very likely they accept that offer.
Oh yeah, that's a good trade for Atlanta.
Well, let's try that. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so Muller's in. And McDonald's not playing right now. Cole's in. I guess we'll give Kovalchuk a game. Yeah, boy, our forward depth does not look great right now.
No kidding.
Jaffrey comes in. Do we still have a defenseman who plays forward?
Nope.
Put Wisnowski up on the wing.
You got High Note, a forward who can play defense if you need him to. No, I wouldn't try putting any of those guys at forward.
Okay, I guess we should actually look here at our depth chart and say, okay, Oliv Kashka could come up, and same with Pascal Dupuis. That gives us a few more options at forward here. So we'll take Jaffrey out, put Dupuis in. Take Snyder out and put Cowshaw in. See what happens with the lines. Okay, we need to do... Okay. Tactics. Players.
You want to set some roles there too. You got guys like Dupuis and Kovalchuk are still on default screener role.
Well, I know. That's what I was looking at them for.
Yeah.
Kovalchuk. He's actually an 8 as a screener, and that's his highest rating. But I think we're going to just put him as a sniper. Oh, 9. He's 9 as a sniper.
Yeah.
Okay, who was the other sniper? Dupuis. It's going to be a up two-way forward? Up and down winger. Yeah, let's go put him as two-way forward.
Yeah, if you might want him playing at center at some point, so probably better to have him in that.
Who was the other one? Is that it now? Let's go back to the lines. Okay. And we'll just go here. Game versus the Leafs. Have to do player numbers, of course. Crouchall wants 10, can't have it. He's going to have 11. Dupuis wants 9, but he can't have it. So he's going to have number 90. He's a bit upset he couldn't have the captain's number. Well, that's too bad. 3-0 win over the Leafs.
Yeah, just an exhibition game, but a good start.
Kovalchuk scores in his first game. Brendan Morrow gets hurt for 7 months in his first preseason game.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Oops.
Ruptured MCL. Ouch. All right, we'll throw
How did the Leafs
Kipper.
wind up with Morrow?
How did what? Sorry.
How did the Leafs wind up with Brendan Morrow?
No, he was with Detroit.
Oh, is that Detroit?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
We was 5-3 to Tampa Bay.
Well, how did the Wings wind up with Brendan Morrow then?
I looked at that.
Oh, there we go. Oh, they traded Larionov and Ken Reagan for him.
Okay,
Good
Thrashers say
deal for
yes
them.
to
He
that
hadn't gotten hurt.
trade, so we are completing that trade.
So this season's Messier will be Yzerman.
Well, we have brought in a veteran leadership who can score for us. Okay, that's good news for us.
And will retire at the end of the season.
Not necessarily. Do we want to try to move another defenseman? Like,
Leave it for now. You never know if you're going to get injuries.
I guess. All right. If he's telling me I need to give him a jersey, he's not even playing tonight. Two-one win. All right, so let's take out. So Vicky comes out, Yzerman comes in. Let's see how our lines redo with that. Did I mess something up here? 19 players. Okay, well, apparently we didn't have one guy dressed. Oh, because we traded him away.
Yeah. Have you got 6 defensemen?
No, we don't have 6 defensemen dressed, so Markov comes in.
Markov.
Yeah, High Note ended up back on the blue line. Okay, that makes way more sense. All right, so Yzerman takes over the... Robert Reichel moves all the way down to the third line. It's Yzerman, Datsuk, Reichel. And Kovalchuk ends up on the first line with Antropov and Yzerman. Okay, I'm kind of curious about that line. That sounds intriguing. You have my attention.
Half-star guy in the first line.
Lose 2-1. I kind of want to get to the bump here.
We know. Do you want to change your captains anyway with Yzerman being there?
We will look at that before the season starts. I don't want to rip the captaincy off of Muller. Training camp development report. This is what I wanted. Christian's going up. Nikolai Antropov's going up. Zdeno Chara's up to 2.5 stars, or continuing to improve rather. Eric Cole's staying at 1. Datsuk increases hugely.
Cole was half a star before, I think.
What's that?
I think Cole was only half a star.
Was he? Okay. Marcel Go, big jump for him. High Note up. Horkow's up to 1.5 stars. Nice.
That's good.
Kipper's up to 2.5. Kovalchuk goes up hugely in everything, but he's still half star. Speed, fighting, leadership, screening, getting open, puck handling, shooting, checking, hitting, positioning, stick
Yep.
handling. Markov goes up. Andy McDonald goes up. Willie Mitchell goes up. Tomo Rutu has a huge. Wow, look at him go. Acceleration, balance +3, aggression, opening, puck handling, shooting range, offensive read, positioning, stick
Yep.
handling, defensive read +2. Lubiner Visnovsky, big bump. Kyle Wellwood, big bump. Justin Williams is up to 2.5 stars. Nice. Zidlicky's up to 2 stars. Nice. Some of our prospects also going up as well. And Eisman dropped 1 in strength. All right. So if we're going to look at mental ratings here. So Char is assistant, Rafalski's assistant 2, and Muller, like, I guess we're ripping it away from Rafalski?
Yeah, I think so.
Making Eiserman assistant 2 because I guess we should. Game versus Detroit here. I kind of want to get to the waiver draft. I know we're a little bit over time, but
Yeah, good.
I kind of want to get to the waiver draft and see what happens. 4-0 win over Detroit. Datsuk scores, assisted by Kovalchuk and Rafalski. Kirk Muller, Robert Reichel. Numbers actually look good for everyone. Offensive rating for Yuri Fisher, only 49, but otherwise.
Theodore's looking good. This is actually, you're heading into what was his career year in real life.
Horkov got food poisoning.
I'll give her a 2 game, maybe.
And a 2-1 loss to the Leafs. Dun, dun, dun. Trade proposal from Florida. Ian Forbes. No. Well, I know Pewog will be happy to see we got Eiserman.
Probably not
Okay.
happy that the Wings gave him up.
We didn't get him from the Wings, though.
You didn't give him the Wings. You got him from,
That's why I said we didn't get him from the Wings.
yeah.
All right.
I mean, they gave him up.
We're getting protecting Kiprasov and Theodore. Chara. Datsuk. Rafalski. Huh. Why is that glitched there? That's weird.
What?
There's a little suspended sign glitched
Oh,
over.
that's probably from McDonald.
Yeah.
Don't know how that wound up. I've never seen it go into that spot before.
And now it just moved up to the top, too, after I selected to protect McDonald.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, we can get rid of that easy enough.
Good news is we're basically able to protect everyone we want. Literally protected everybody but Steve Thomas.
Tim Thomas.
Yeah, right. Duh, Tim Thomas. I was thinking Steve Thomas because I saw his name before.
Okay, so you're not going to lose anybody, and you can probably pick up somebody decent.
Well, we'll find out here in less than 30 seconds. All right, NHL season preview does not include us at all.
Not surprising.
Harsh. All right, let's look at the interleague draft. Pick until human. Oh boy, we got the 20th pick. Let's see. Did we lose anybody? Oh, I guess we can't. I guess we could only lost Tim Thomas. Artis Urbe goes to Buffalo. Trevor Kidd goes to Edmonton. Manny Legacy goes to L.A. Ron Tugnet goes to Detroit. All right. I mean, if we need a goalie, Chris Mason's just sitting there waiting. But we don't.
But we don't need a goalie. We need a forward.
Brian Adams is still the top rated guy. Jason Botterill. Bob Bugner, even though he's defense. Shane Corson, 35-year-old Shane Corson.
You said you want veteran leadership.
That's not exactly what I'm thinking. Okay, let's just filter this down. Let's get rid of all the goalies and the defensemen. Ty Domi is hanging around for Ottawa. Steve Beijing.
Jim Dowd. Oh, he's getting old. Bijan might be the
Aren't we all?
best one I've seen so far.
Beijing, yeah, well, he's only 1 star.
There's 1.5, isn't he?
1.5 potential.
1.5 potential. So he's probably not going to be able to do that much for us now. Maybe Botterill.
I think it's got to be Botterill.
Yeah. It was still a bit of a prospect at this point. Well, now he's 25 now. It's pretty clear he's not going to work out.
And just to look here, Essens got taken. Shane Corson goes to the Islanders. Chris Mason goes to Calgary. Pretty nice little pickup for Calgary goaltending.
Yeah, I mean, they were the worst team in the league last year, and I think they had Grant Fuhr in goal for. Oh, they got Jaguar still. They didn't trade him away in this game.
Giguère.
Yeah.
Okay, now where did he go?
Where did he go?
The guy, or our guy we selected.
Botterill?
Yeah.
Probably in them.
Oh, there he is. Well, he's only 1 star showing up after we put him on the team.
Okay.
That's disappointing. All right.
Scouting failure.
With that, I think we'll call it as a good spot to stop here. And I'll have the team set up for the regular season the next time we come back in a couple weeks. So, with that, as Jeff mentioned, we already have a new update out for Franchise Hockey Manager 9. If you have the Steam version, your game has automatically updated, as well as, I'm guessing, Epic. If you have the standalone version, you'll need to check our forums to get the update. With that, thank you very much for tuning in to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Franchise Hockey Manager, as well as twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. All of our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments as well, with our streams going live on Sundays at about 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for our European viewers. And then anyone else who's either up really late or getting up early in the morning. You can also reach out to us to talk to us more about Franchise Hockey Manager on Facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. On Twitter, we're at Franchise Hockey. You can find a link to our official Discord in our Twitter bio as well. And you can come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner. We can come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager Out of the Park Baseball, which I believe has a trailer premiering tomorrow, Jeff, if you're watching this live. And if you're watching it on YouTube, then you can check the channel for it. And, or go Out of Park Go, Perfect Team, or anything else you wish to discuss. Jeff, did I miss anything?
I don't think so. Back to work now on the next update. I already got a few things going for that. So probably looking at late Marchish for that. It's going to be later than normal. That'll be the final post-trading deadline update with the new rosters for the NHL as well. And other than that, I'll be back next week with our Wisconsin game, which is off to another in the third year of that. And I possibly may have a pretty good chance of winning it this year, I think.
That's what you said last year, Jeff. That's what you said last year.
Well, we did great in the regular season and, in the conference tournament, just not so great in the national tournament.
Funny how that works. All right, with that being said, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you all again next week.